All right, guys, it's been a while since I've been on here. Hang on, let me put my seatbelt on. I have been incredibly busy. So I've got my full-time job still. I got an LLC, an S Corp, and my wife runs the S Corp, and it's just we're busy. So I apologize if as of now I don't think I have a lot of followers, but I appreciate any views I do get. I wanted to tell you about my wife and I were out to eat at one of our favorite restaurants the other night. It's just a small little place. We're finishing up our meal, and I'm as guilty as anyone. Sometimes I'll look at somebody and kind of judge a book by its cover, but I'm pretty good about thinking, just because he or she looks one way or another doesn't mean they are. God's kind of showed me a better way to go with that, because you never know just, what's going on under the surface on somebody. But this couple walks in. This one guy, he was clearly a biker, and he had his what he would call his old lady with him. And the second I laid eyes on her, I truly believe that was Holy Spirit telling me that, man, she feels defeated. She looked like a whipped dog. I just felt for her. I felt bad for her. I saw her, and I wanted to go and just tell her, look, you're not alone. Because that's what Satan wants to do. My sister-in-law was there too, and I told her a little bit after we left about what I was dealing with, and he was like, we were both agreeing that that's what Satan wants. Satan wants you to think that you're all alone, no one understands you, everyone else's life is gravy and yours is hard, and you're just an island over here all by yourself. That's not true. Satan wants us all to feel like we're alone and we're not a part of anything, and that's not true. We're all in this together. A lot of people don't realize that, but we're in this life together. That's how God wanted it. He didn't want us to be a hermit out by ourselves. He wants us to have relationships, and especially with Him, but also with His other people too. So, my wife could tell something was bothering me, so she's sitting across from me instead of beside me this night, and she's looking at me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I'm fine." And then, and I thought, you know what? I'm not fine. I feel my heart's heavy. And I told her, I said, I've got a word from the Lord for that lady. Actually, for both of them, but more for her. And she kind of slowly, nonchalantly just turns and looks because she didn't want to make it obvious. And I was like, should I say something? She's like, no, I don't think so. I said, let's let them just enjoy their meal. And I sat there and I was like, you're right. I'm the type to where if I see something I can fix, I want to go fix it right then. But, sometimes people don't want you to interject in their life and or in their business or whatever they're doing. But the longer I sat there and the more I'd come to the realization I'm just going to walk out of here and not say anything, the worse it sat with me in my heart, and I felt horrible. And I hadn't even left yet, and I felt horrible. I'm thinking, am I afraid? So afraid of offending someone to where I don't want to say something that I believe is from God? I don't want to live like that. I want people to, if someone has a word for me, I want to hear it. Now, I've had words that I've rejected because it wasn't from God, but I still want to hear it, and I can decide whether or not I accept it or not. And I wanted to give this couple that opportunity. So I didn't say anything to my wife, but I made the decision in my mind. I said, I'm gonna go talk to them, and we all got up, and I went and I said, hey, and I have a Harley right now, and that's how I broke the ice. I was like, I knew he was a rider, but I just, the rhetorical question, hey man, do you ride? He's like, yeah. I said, yeah, I do too. I'm not, I'm not super big into it. I'm a fair weather rider. I just ride here and there. But he's like, yeah, what do you ride? And we talked a little bit, and but they seem like a really nice couple, and really friendly, and They weren't anything like I thought they might be. So I said, well, the real reason I come over here is I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I said, do y'all believe? And I said, yeah. So I said, when you walked in, the Spirit of the Lord told me, and then I looked at her because she was to my right. I said, mostly you, maybe both of you, but mostly you, that you feel like you just beat down. And she's like, oh my God, I do. It has been rough lately. I said, okay, so I'm correct in discerning the Spirit and that. So that made me feel good. I said, you're not, I mean, I didn't say you're not beat down, but I said, you're not alone. I've had it rough too. And I can, with the best of them, I can put on the mask and walk around like nothing's wrong. And, but I said, I told her, you're not alone. I said, I just want you to know God sees you, and He cares about you enough to tell me, hey, go talk to her. So, and that really, and I can't remember all the words I said, the verbiage back and forth, but it was a pleasant conversation. I didn't take up much of their time. I shook his hand, and I told her, I think I told him, God bless you, or something like that. I can't remember, but it really went a long way. I could tell there was a faint little smile that kind of cracked over her face, and I think it was just something that really helped her day. And I hope she still feels like, God sees me. I'm not invisible to Him. So I don't know. I just wanted to tell that to you guys. If you feel like the Holy Spirit's telling you to do something, do it. Don't, Satan will come in your mind and think, oh, they're going to think you're weird, or they're going to think this, that, or the other. And they might. Some people don't accept a word from God the same as others, but I would encourage you to if you feel the prompting of the Holy Spirit to do something, do it. And then whatever happens. If somebody gets mad at you, then they get mad at you. It's not going to be the first time somebody got mad at you. It won't be the last time. That's just life. But I'm glad I felt guilty. The Holy Spirit kind of sort of convicted me before I left out of there. I'm glad He did that, because I'm glad I said what I said, and they were receptive of it. Now it made me feel good, and then it makes me want to do more for people. So I don't know. That's all I got for today. I might come on later on and do another video, but right now I got to get back to work. But thank you guys so much. I hope this reaches somebody. I hope it reaches the right ears. I'm not looking for numbers on here. I'm a no one. I still haven't even said my name on here, and I'm not going to, because I'm not here for me. I'm here for God. And I want to maintain that integrity. I push Jesus Christ. It's the only name I'll ever push on this platform. And it might go over like a lead balloon, but I don't think it'll come back null and void. I think these messages will reach the people that it needs to. So until next time, thank you guys. I appreciate everything, all the views, and until next time, I'll talk to you later. God bless.